Okay, that's it. A little bit.
They have succeeded in attaching the camera to the fin of an 18-foot predator.
Keep this tight, keep the shark around us. The shark takes off now and snaps something up, we're screwed. I've got to really concentrate on this now. There it is, there she is. She's cruising nicely. Camera went on a bit skew, but it's still on.
But the shark fights to free itself of the camera.
I don't know when I should pull this camera off. Okay, I'm going to try and pull the camera off.
Oh, it came off. It came off. What happened? What happened?
It wasn't on straight. No, it wasn't on straight. We got it on, it worked really well. It did the job exactly what, that was in my head, what I envisioned. The only thing is I think we got to move. Let me just think now. It seemed to be pulling skew for some reason, so the camera was sort of looked like it was facing off to the side. Perhaps we got to adjust the camera forward or backwards, I'm not sure. I must just think about it a bit, but I'm excited. I think that's a good test. I think that's it. Let's not push our luck today. Go back, see what we got, see how it worked, and then we do it tomorrow again.
The next day, the team spends hours watching as the sharks circle just out of reach.
It's like they're calculating. They definitely were doing some sort of a thinking.
The sharks seem to be keeping to the shadows.
Man, these things are smart.
But there are signs of growing aggression.
Oh, look at that. Right there. Perfect. Good.
The predators buzz the cages, appearing out of nowhere. Dale Pearson heads topside.
I was surprised how hard they were to see in clear water. That was the first thing I noticed, that you don't really see them coming. And then when you do, it's amazingly camouflaged in the clear water.
The aggressive nature of the sharks has the team on edge. Dale Pearson decides to take a backup tank of air into the cage with him.
It was a little more dangerous than what I expected with the hookah lines and everything coming down. There were so many sharks around. One could have easily grabbed a hold of the hookah line or got tangled into it and ripped me right out of the cage.
Oh, when you see him coming around, that anticipation builds up and you think something's going to happen, and it's like this emotional roller coaster ride.
The sharks glide under the boat and hide in the shadows, watching and waiting as if hunting. The beasts are engineered by nature to be the perfect stealth predator.
It's the thing with white sharks, it's a waiting game, and then they arrive and it's all adrenaline and excitement. And then they disappear again, you just got to sit and wait. It can be quite frustrating at times.
The team baits the area, trying to draw the beasts closer.
Yeah, there's a lot of sharks in the area. They're not coming up to the bait though. They seem to be just circling around, stalking.
So we've got the small boat out here to put the camera on the shark, because we have to use the small boat for that. And as soon as we got all set up, the shark took off.
Topside, be advised. Shark coming in on the starboard side. Moving in south. Get ready.
Okay, one's coming.
Pearson observes the sharks are becoming increasingly territorial.
Okay, it's coming around the back of us.
Yes, I caught a big one coming into the bottom of the boat, port side.
This could be it.
Monster Quest is on the hunt for great white sharks, searching for the man-eaters which may be attacking humans more often. Off Cape Cod, where terror of the great white began almost a century ago, the monster has returned.
We saw another 3 or 4 sharks that day that were not tagged. So we knew there were at least 10 to 12 different animals in the area.
Oh my God!
Again, it's the Jaws scenario kind of replaying itself. Quaint New England village, white shark in the area. It drew all kinds of media attention and public attention. And you know, I'm kind of happy at the time that it occurred in late September, because I think if it had occurred in July, it would have been a completely different scenario. Perhaps there would have been some public opinion that the animal needed to be killed.
Since the historic first tagging days before, more great whites have been tagged and several were sighted that got away. The tagging data could prove that deadly sharks are coming closer to U.S. shores.
Along with this increase in white shark sightings over the last 5 years, we also can look at a dramatic increase in the size of the gray seal population in the same area. That population wasn't there 10, 15, 20 years ago. Now it's expanded, it's growing, it's sizable, and it's in this region year-round. I think that's attracting these white sharks closer to shore and creating, if you will, an Atlantic hotspot for white sharks. Once white sharks find a predictable food resource like a seal colony, it's going to recur there year after year. So, you know, it certainly wouldn't surprise me if Monomoy Island, Chatham, and that part of Cape Cod becomes a consistent feeding area for white sharks.
The data will give SCOMO a much better sense of why great whites are coming closer to shore.
The first tags are programmed to come up in mid-January, and I can't tell you how excited and anxious I am to see those data, because they're going to be the real first glimpse at what this critter does in the Atlantic Ocean.
In the Pacific, supplies are being depleted and time is running out. The team is losing light fast. Soon they won't be able to see well enough to get the camera on the shark.
So close, but yet so far. And the sharks are right here. We got a big one here now. It looks like a female, but this is hanging back, not coming in.
He's still here. He's just down circling.
Oh, yeah, okay. Damn, they get in there, Come on.
Outside, be advised, shark coming in on the starboard side, moving in south, get ready.
Whoa. Man. Wait. Sharks are coming in pretty close, but they're not consistent. You know, they come in, they make 1 or 2 passes, and they bugger off for 10, 15 minutes. And the problem is we don't have enough time to sit here all day waiting for them to make up their minds. Close. Okay, quickly get the bait out again. Come the other way. Yeah, it's our last chance. It's really late in the afternoon. We're already staying longer than we should.
Then finally, success.
They're not interested. They're not hungry at all. They're just playing with the bait.
Yes, I caught a big one coming into the bottom of the boat, port side.
Okay, that's it. It's a little bit.
They have succeeded in attaching the camera to the fin of an 18-foot predator.
Camera went on a bit skew, but it's still on.
But the shark fights to free itself of the camera.
I don't know when I should pull this camera off. Keep this tight, keep the shark around us. The shark takes off now and snaps something up, we're screwed. I've got to really concentrate on this now. There it is, there she is. She's cruising nicely. We got it on, it worked really well. It did the job exactly what, that was in my head, what I envisioned. The only thing is I think we got to move. Let me just think now. It seemed to be pulling skew for some reason, so the camera was sort of looking. Okay, I'm going to try and pull the camera off.
Oh, it came off. It came off. What happened? What happened?
It wasn't on straight. No, it wasn't on straight.